Hey everybody, welcome back to SI.com. I'm Ted Keith, along here with John Tayler. And Major League Baseball is preparing for a major milestone, sort of. Ichiro Suzuki on the verge of passing Pete Rose's professional hits record of 4,256 and also closing in on the 3,000 hit mark since becoming a major leaguer with the Seattle Mariners in 2001. John, should people care at all about him getting to Rose's number of 4,256, or is that just a coincidence that we shouldn't care too much about?
I don't care what league or combination of leagues Ichiro's done it. 4,257 or however many hits he ends up with is still an accomplishment no matter what. You know, to think that he's even this close to 3,000 in the major leagues by itself, that implies the tremendous career longevity he's had, the ability to pick up those hits, the nightly grind that he has to go through every single year. Granted, the last few years of Ichiro's career have not been the strongest. He's kind of just hung around as a fourth outfielder, although this year he's been terrific. So, and then on top of that, to do what he did in Japan in their professional league against very good competition, they are certainly not major league competition, but still good competition nonetheless. I think it's a milestone no matter how you choose to look at it.
Wow, so you would be okay with Ichiro Suzuki signing autographs the rest of his life the way Pete Rose does now, calling himself Hit King?
I think Ichiro can call himself whatever he wants, just as Rose is able to call himself whatever he wants. I mean, I assume Pete Rose signs all his autographs with would-be Hall of Famer Pete Rose, so I don't really think it matters to that sense. But Ichiro has every right to celebrate what he's done. This is tremendous to reach this level of hits, and regardless, Pete Rose is going to be the all-time MLB hit leader, and that's probably never going to change. Ichiro would have to hang around for, 7 more seasons to get even close to where Rose is at?
Yeah, so probably more than that at this rate. It's not looking good for him. But that being said, you're right. I mean, he's been sort of an underappreciated player for the last several years, and the rate at which he was accumulating hits when he was with Seattle that allowed him to get to this milestone is one of the things that I think people have already forgotten about, including the fact that he's the single season hits leader of all time. He has 262, broke George Sisler's record that had stood for about 80 years. So how should people look back at his career now as a guy who came up as a Rookie of the Year and an MVP winner on a team that set an American League record for wins at 116 in 2001, and then never really got back to those exact heights ever again? So in some ways, maybe he's been underappreciated his whole career. How should people value what he's done in what's turned out to be a pretty long major league career?
I think I don't think there's any question he's a Hall of Famer. If you put together the length of his career, he's going to reach 3,000 hits barring injury or something equally drastic happening. He's been one of the baseball's best outfield defenders his entire career in right field and occasionally in center. He's a tremendous base stealer. Even leaving those two things aside, I think he's still someone who should be remembered as certainly one of the best players of our generation, arguably the greatest Japanese player, at least in Major League history, and right up there with Sadaharu Oh for the greatest Japanese player of all time. Regardless of whether or not you want to call him the Hit King or anyone else wants to call him the Hit King or what Pete Rose thinks, I still think Ichiro's going to go down as one of the greatest players, at least we've ever had in the last 25 years, or at least since the start of his career.
All right, well, it's been a joy to watch Ichiro throughout his major league career. Now at age 42 and playing under a one-year contract, enjoy the opportunity to watch him while you can, because we may not be seeing him too much longer. For SI.com and John Tayler, I'm Ted Keith.